What's up, everybody? Welcome back to 2nd Street. I hope you're all having a very good day today. Here we are on Monday, the beginning of a new week and almost the end of June, getting ready to go into July. We're 3 days into the Tour de France, and I'm not sure if you watch cycling or not, but man, has it been an absolutely exciting race. 3 days of nothing but nerves, speed, people hitting the ground. Now, if you've never... I'm sure maybe you've witnessed a car wreck or heard a car wreck or anything like that. Maybe you haven't. Maybe you're lucky and you haven't. But you know what? There's no worse sound in the world than hearing a bunch of human bodies and bicycles, carbon bicycles, colliding with each other and the ground. It's pretty disgusting. It's actually kind of gut-wrenching to hear it. And it's very kind of gut-wrenching to see it. If you haven't been watching the Tour de France, make sure you go do it. You can watch it on, I don't know, what is it? Peacock. Yeah. The NBC Sports Network. That's how I watch it, man. Anyway, so yeah, it's 21 days of hell, 23 days in total. They get 2 rest days along the way. But yeah, you know, guys, it takes 21 days for them to crown a champion. You know what else it takes 21 days to do? It takes 21 days to form a habit. Now, in case you guys don't know, champions are crowned in 21 days. Takes those 21 days that form that habit, and you should be able to do something for 21 days too. Can you be a champion of your own life? Start the 21-day challenge. I just started mine on Saturday. Yeah. Plan on getting my regular writing in over these next 21 days. Now, in case you guys don't know, I typically do like a Tour de France challenge every year. I haven't done it the last 2 years. In full anyway, but going to be doing it this year. Not going to get as many miles as I normally would, but yeah, that's all there is to. That's all I can really say about that. But guys, today we are going to talk about Loki episode 4, getting ready to come out this Wednesday. We're going to talk about some Loki, talk about some of the thoughts on the show. What are your thoughts on this show? How are you feeling after 3 episodes? You know, going into this 4th episode, this 4th episode is, you could kind of say it's like the end of like Act 2, right? Like, we're getting ready to wrap it up here. And I gotta say, this series, it's been okay. The first 2 episodes were pretty good. Episode 3, it wasn't, I don't know. I don't feel it was as good as the first couple of episodes, but I think there was a lot of conversations and a lot of things that happened in episode 3 that I think were pretty important. But I want to know your thoughts on Loki, and do you think this story, this series, is going to have a larger purpose than, say, WandaVision had? The impact. Now, in case you guys haven't heard, Disney Plus did update the ending of WandaVision. That bonus scene, right? That bonus credit scene, the end credit scene, if you will. Now, at first I was like, "No, come on, you got to be kidding me, right?" Like whoever, like, somebody is high. Somebody's got to be high talking about this. Oh, they added in this little silhouette you can see floating through the air into the cabin. I thought, believe me, I'm telling you. Yesterday I woke up and I'm like, these fools are high. And the thing is a while back, I actually downloaded WandaVision onto my iPad, right? I downloaded it on there to watch it. And when all this news started coming out yesterday about this end credit scene, I was like, bullshit. I went and watched it on my phone. I was like, oh, I see the silhouette there. I'm like, it was probably there before. I was like, oh yeah, my iPad. It's got that old copy. Dude, I downloaded that before the day that it came out, right? I have all the episodes downloaded on there. And I went and watched it, and sure as shit, that little how would you say, that little thing, that little silhouette, it's not there. It's not there. The gradient, the color gradient, they made mention of the color gradient too. It is a little different as well. And I gotta say, I kind of felt like the new version, when at the very end you could see Wanda's hand swipe across the front. I kind of actually felt like that was, like, you could see it a little bit better. I felt like you could see, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe they, I was thinking maybe they slowed down the hand or anything. Who knows? Who knows? But anyway, I did think that was very, very interesting. But I want to know from you guys. I've got some thoughts on it. We'll talk about it here in just a minute as soon as I get into the chats and say what's up to everybody. But did you guys see the new ending? What did you guys think of it? What do you think it was? Who do you think it was if it was a who? What do you think? What do you think? The other thing that came up this morning was there was a new Loki trailer that released as well. Did you guys watch that? Yeah, as a matter of fact, I was sitting there watching it. And I was like, man, you know what? Maybe I should do reaction videos. Because I was sitting there, and they'd be hilarious too, right? Because my reaction videos would definitely take place in a much different place than everyone else's, a much different setting, because I'm not some prude like everyone else. And I'm sorry, but I watch my trailers on the crapper. So there I was, on the John, watching this new trailer, and I was like, you seen that little battleship pop out? I'm like, what? So naturally, I did what any nerd would do. I got on the internet and looked up the USS Enterprise, or you know what I'm talking about. Don't act like you didn't look it up. You know you looked it up. And you looked into the Philadelphia experiment and everything. Didn't you? Don't pretend like you didn't. You know you did, you nerd. I sure the hell did. Before the trailer even ended. The interesting thing about that, looking into some of that stuff that happened there, was this Philadelphia experiment. This was a real ship. It is a real ship. I mean, you can see Loki has kind of played on history altogether. They did the whole DB. I was about to say DB Sweeney, the actor, but you know what I'm talking about, right? They did that thing, at the very beginning of Loki. Remember, he's on the airplane and he jumped out. Anyway, the point being, we can see they're definitely traveling through time, and maybe they're different variant times of, our real world. But the interesting thing about this ship was about its its supposed disappearance and reappearance, and it went off to these alien worlds and all of this different kind of crazy stuff. And you know what's crazy is when I was reading, I'm not going to sit here and go into the article like a bunch of dorks and sit here and screen share my thing. I'm sitting here reading from the internet, but they were sitting there talking about the Bermuda Triangle. Yeah, they were I didn't know what to think. The only thing I could really think was Bermuda, baby. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. I was sitting there reading that article and thought exactly that. Now, the interesting thing is also this leads down to some of the people who were, I think it was researching this whole Philadelphia experiment phenomena, I can't remember. But a lot of this stuff was included in, I'm telling you, just go Wikipedia that shit. That's what I did. I Wikipedia'd that shit. No, not the comic book stuff. If I Wikipedia comic book shit, it's just to find out what comic book I need to go read, and then I go read the comics. Anyway, point being, I got on, I gave myself a clip notes of this thing really quick. They were also talking about, H.P. Lovecraft and a Cthulhu series. Interesting that, isn't it? Considering we're talking about the Loki series, and considering that, we were thinking about this when it comes to WandaVision as well. So we're seeing this in this trailer for Loki. We're seeing a new ending in WandaVision. Very interesting stuff. Did you guys look into any of that? You look at it. Do you know anything about it? I don't know. I don't know about the Philadelphia experiment and the USS Enterprise or whatever it's called. I won't confess it. I'm no professional. I Wikipedia'd it real quick. That's what I did. But if you know more about it, let me know down in the comments below. If you know more about this same thing that in this H.P. Lovecraft story that has to do with Cthulhu, which, we're talking about WandaVision here, talking about Chthon, or is it Cthulhu as well? I think it's based on that same character anyway, from the H.P. Lovecraft series, just they did it in Marvel. And interesting thing about that. Some stuff that was actually even hinted at in the WandaVision series. You go read some Avengers books, I think some West Coast Avengers, some Fantastic Four. Definitely read the WandaVision books. But you get in there and there's a lot of allusion to Chthon. Is it Chthon? Is it Chthon? Kind of in the background of all of this stuff happening in the first place. And you know what's crazy? In this one story that it leads you to, you get like this kind of crossover of Chthon and Immortus. Yeah, you know who Immortus is, right? Yeah, you may know him as Kang the Conqueror. I'm telling you, bro, just go read some comics. Just go read some comics. Go watch WandaVision and look at the comic books that it references in there. Look at license plates. Look at different numbers and stuff. It all leads to something. It all leads to something if you look into it close enough. Right? All those dang conspiracy theories. I know, and that's what they're playing on in Loki, so why not? Dang conspiracy theories. You know what? Hey, speaking of conspiracy theories, you guys hear the new one? Apparently, old Beskar ships upset people as much as old wooden ships. No? Yeah, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I know that ship wasn't made of Beskar. Anyway, let's get here into the chat and see what you guys are saying, and then we'll talk a little bit more about Loki. And if you think this series is going to have more significance than WandaVision, then perhaps Falcon and Winter Soldier, is there a larger significance here to this show than those two shows were? Certainly seemed like those two shows didn't satisfy much, did it? People seemed to a lot of people were iffy about them. Some people like me enjoyed them still. Even though I'm not like, oh man, it was the best ever. Like my man Mike Porter, I know he loves them. It's all good. You can love them. That's all fine. I'm not saying you can't. They're all right. But is Loki going to be any better? Is it going to have any more significance? Will it mean more? Let's get into the chat. Say what's up to everybody, and we'll talk a little bit more. We're also going to talk a little bit more about Loki theories as well. What's with this Lady Loki? I've asked you guys about it before. Lady Loki? I mean, it sounds like Enchantress to me, but we found out, supposedly, the actress says it's not Enchantress. But, everybody keeps calling it Lady Loki. It's just Loki, right? I talked about this on the stream the other day. Not only that, but I don't know. There's just more to it, man. There's more to it. We need to get to it. I'm like, to me, I'm sitting here watching this and like, why is anybody like, is this like, are you serious? Like, how are you not even like, now that was a shared moment. Anyway, guys, let's get in here and see what's up with everybody. We got my man Jonathan Velasquez. What is up, my man? Reefer Man Reviews. I crashed on my bicycle last night on my way to film a midnight challenge in some haunted woods near my... Dang, man, are you all right? Dude, be careful, man. Be careful. Don't be putting your life at risk for those Randonautica videos. Although they're good. I gotta finish that dream one, though. But yeah, I have reoccurring dreams, too, man. I have reoccurring dreams, too. Loki is getting better and better in my opinion. Yeah, I think it's been okay. Like to me, like episode 3, a lot of people weren't really feeling it, but like I'm into those story moments in the MCU. Like most of those story moments, those times where they slow down, they have conversations, and they talk. That's where all the beans are spilled. That's where it's all at. That's where it's all at. That's where it's always at. But thank you so much for being here, Jonathan Reefer Man. I hope you're doing good. Nikki in the house, checking her Myrtle bit. My man Black Angus Reviews. I'm gonna be talking about my Loki son. Oh, shake my head. I'm poor. Oh man, what? You're poor? What do you mean? No. Doctor Strange's Force Ghost, huh? Why would he need a Force Ghost? Oh, I see what you do. Okay, his Force, like, do you mean his astral projection? Is that what you're talking about? An astral projection there? Is that what you mean? Astral projection? Elaborately bringing Loki back so that he can show up in more movies is my favorite thing. It's so funny. Yeah. Absolutely. This is the first I've heard of it, so I don't know. I have to look and see what it's about. Yeah. It's WandaVision, so I don't give a shit, says Black Angus Reviews. Man, what are you doing here? What are you doing? Aren't you supposed to be working? Breaking your back doing something? I'm just kidding. Thank you so much for being here on Black Angus Reviews, my man. Aggressively Relaxing says MCU scenes changing while Loki plays with time is actually pretty awesome. Yeah, if you think about it, very interesting. But if you think about it, she played with time too. She was causing Nexus events too. Like, that's kind of right. That's kind of what they talked about in that series before we knew about the right. Remember, like, more on that in a minute. I'm wearing my Star Wars shirt with Akbar on the toilet, and it says above him, "It's a crap." Oh, that's funny, dude. Landon CLB, thank you so much for being here. It takes 20 minutes. I bring comics or novels with me in there. What? You don't like those shampoo bottles? Get to know Reed for this useful knowledge. Absolutely. That's what he has all them omnibuses for. You see all those Star Wars omnibuses this guy got? Like, this dude, like, yeah, he's invested. Jedi Jen, thank you so much for being here. I hope all is going well with you. Actually do crappy reactions, please. You know what? Honest to God, Black Angus Reviews, I've thought of a way to do something pretty cleverly where, like, it'd be like, oh, without being all, like, grotesque and nasty or anything also. So, yeah. Dexter Dex, thank you so much for being here. I don't think I've ever seen you here before. Thank you so much for being here. That's funny. Dexter, my dude, do that. Thanks for coming. Yeah, thank you so much. All right. Got here by the Reaper Man. All right. Hell yeah. Oh man, it just jumped on me. Welcome, Fandex. I hope you like it. We're all crazy. Yeah, we are all crazy. Well, Reaper, did you get hurt in that crash? I know. Yeah. Nothing hurt but my pride. Hey, you didn't have to hurt your pride. You didn't have to tell us. It's one of those things like you crash and you hop back up really quick. You're like, anybody see that? I feel like an ass. And you feel like a bigger ass than like it is. Like, it hurts you. It hurts your feelings more. Yeah. It's funny. Oh yeah, boy. It's the Philadelphia Experiment and the USS Eldridge. There was a movie from the late 80s and 90s that is fiction but awesome. Yeah. That was the name of it too, wasn't it? The Philadelphia Experiment? Yeah. Thank you so much for being here, Will Morgan. I can't wait to see your video on all this stuff going on. Did you guys tell me what you guys thought that little astral projection or whatever was coming down for Wanda? Oh, what is it? Wait, Trinity, you haven't read Lady Loki comics? No, and there's probably no reason to, and I'll tell you why in a few minutes. Loki is yeah, it's okay, yeah. My man Chillmonger is in the house. Guys, make sure you go subscribe to Chillmonger. Make sure you subscribe to Reefer Man Reviews as well as my man Aggressively Relaxing. Make sure you guys do that. Chillmonger says Loki had one bad episode. It's not beyond salvaging. Yeah, no, I don't even think the episode was bad. I don't even like. To me, I like those moments in the MCU. Because those are the ones that, like, people, like, everybody's looking to, like, everything out there. You're looking at all the stuff in the background. You're looking at this. You're looking at that. You're sitting there deciphering all the language and everything there in Lamentus. And you're like, and when really, like, everything that was said, aside from that little language that you need to look up, is probably something that was said between Sophie and Loki. I could be wrong, but didn't Loki actually create Sophie in the comic books? Didn't, like, he, like, she wasn't even real, like, he, like, I don't know. I don't know. Wait, Trinity, you haven't shown me. That's from the show. I'm waiting. Yeah. Pronounce Cthulhu as Cthulhu. Pronounce Cthulhu. What? That is cool. Oh man, I can't do like. I'm all Cthulhu. I think that's what you're trying to tell me. Cthulhu. Oh wait, just like Kahlua. Cthulhu. I don't know. It looks like a damn American language. Damn American language. Damn you Americans. Damn you Americans. You know, they say like any other language out there in the world is easy to learn. And I can understand that because except for unless you speak English and you're an American, because you look at all the stupid little things that we do with our language and you look at everybody else's, they're like, oh, hell no. Like, that's not how, what? You guys are idiots. Reefer says, yeah, episode 1 was the worst. That's funny. Oh, man. Better or worse than your dream. Oh, the ghost done got me. Yeah, I'm really digging Loki, says Jedi Jen. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. I like it. Wow, Boomer, you took a minute. What? What are you talking about? Took a minute what? Took a minute what? What? I got drunk at something and I got on a bicycle. What did I think would happen? Yeah, right? Loki stole a bunch of them Infinity Stones from that drawer, I think. You know, funny thing about them Infinity Stones, right? Remember how the guy was like, oh, yeah, those things, we use them as paperweights. Yet he don't know what the hell the Tesseract was? I don't know. Like, maybe he's just used to seeing it as the Space Stone. Was that it? He's just used to seeing it as the Space Stone, not as the Tesseract. That could be very interesting as well. Could it not? I think it could. Let's see. Okay. Was actually on camera and will be in my next video. All right. Scotty, what is up from Hawks Holocrons? How are you doing? Yeah, there you go. Chill. Yeah. Chilly, chill. Hit my subscriber goal for the month of June, guys. I'm so excited. You know what? Cthulhu. Okay. Yeah, nobody says it that way, but the pronunciation is in the book. Cthulhu, huh? Cthulhu. All right. I'm going to raise my sub count with the worst auction mystery box ever. You know what? I've thought about that too. Aggressively relaxing. Anyway, guys, speaking of which, I hear people in here. Yeah, I see some great people in here talking about their subscriber goals and stuff like that. Speaking of which, you know, as soon as we hit 2,000 subscribers here on this channel, we got some giveaways we're going to be doing. Yeah. And the way you get entered into those giveaways is by collecting Myrtle bit. Right? You can check your Myrtle bit right there. See right there? Right there. Right there. Enter that into the chat. Check your Myrtle bit. I think you can actually even put exclamation top 10 and it'll show the top 10 people in Myrtle bit. Now, I know the immortal Myrtle Maniacs are going to probably hang me one of these days. They're gonna hurt me at least because I still haven't got their Myrtle bit added there yet for being channel members. But it's coming. Don't worry. You'll get it regardless. Before we do any of the giveaways or any of that, like the stuff I'm adding is stuff that doesn't require more. It's just you get it the one time. That's what it is. But but how you get into that is acquiring Myrtle bit. You get Myrtle bit by hanging out here on the chats. You know, on these live streams and hanging out in the chat and interacting in the chat. You get more for the more you interact. Liking the videos, being here during the live streams. Being subscribed to the channel, being a channel member gets you a little bit extra too. But through some of the things that we're going to be giving away is this right here. This is Canto 2, The Hollow Men, signed by the writer David Boer himself. I picked this up from Collector's Paradise down in the greater Los Angeles areas on Winnetka, their Winnetka store, but they've got several different storefronts. You could probably also buy this online. You can go check them out on Twitter at. Dang, am I wrong that it's at Comics Collector's Paradise? Pretty sure it's at Collector's Paradise. Let's see here. Pretty sure it's at Collector's Paradise. Where are we at? Oh, okay. Now all of a sudden, yeah. Oh, okay. Now all of a sudden they don't have anything they shared, and like anyway. Point being, got that from Collector's Paradise. The other thing we're going to be giving away right here is this David Barron variant of Baby Teeth issue number 17. I wonder if that's like a little mock-up of his baby that he had recently too. I was following his Instagram, I think, and I seen that. But it's signed by David Barron himself as well. Now you could buy this at Brave New World Comics website as well. You know, they're a local comic book shop based out of Santa Clarita, and they'll do online sales. This will cost you $25 to get from them, or you could just hang out here and, you know, get entered into the chance to win this, just by hanging out. You don't even have to be one of the immortal Myrtle Maniacs. Just come hang out. Just come hang out. The other thing, the thing you should most want to get entered into, is this right here. This is Two Stories. Two Stories is a memoir about faith and mental illness by Zarek Award-winning cartoonist Joshua Kemble. Josh thought he was living the artist's dream. The young, ambitious comic book creator had a hip Portland apartment, an affectionate fiancé, and his whole life ahead of him. Until the night he finds himself on Burnside Bridge, willing himself to jump. How did he get here? Two Stories is a confessional graphic memoir that grapples with the questions of faith, mental illness, depravity, and ultimately redemption in a fallen world. You can also buy this at joshuakemble.com. You can spell his name right there if you don't know how to spell it. You can find him here on YouTube. You can find him on Twitter at Joshua Kemble as well. But I'm telling you, this book right here is absolutely great. I'm very happy to be giving a copy of this away. And look, he even signed it. To the Myrtle Maniacs. That's right, guys. That's right. Giving a copy of that away as well. Now, if you are a channel member, you also get entered into some of the other giveaways that we're going to be doing for channel members. Now, most of these aren't, you know, like things like, you know, like I send stuff out to, you know, some of our channel members all the time. I've sent some stuff out to my man Wayne, Reefer Man Reviews. I've sent some stuff out to my man Cap. Got some other stuff I want to send out to some people, but one of the things we're going to be giving away is, in case you guys don't know, one of the things we do with the money that I get here from YouTube, with the money from the channel memberships, is we go out and we help crowdfund comic books. Now we've got some books that are getting ready to come in. We're going to be doing giving some of those away to some of our channel members, but I would say the premier one that we have right now is this right here. This is Lady Death Cataclysmic Majesty issue number 1. This right here will be given away to one of our channel members, one of the immortal Myrtle Maniacs. So make sure, if you'd like to get entered into that, make sure that, you know, become a channel member and stuff like that. We'll be doing that stuff. I mean, yeah. So anyway, guys, also gonna have some other stuff doing giveaways. As soon as we hit 2,000, we will do all these ones right here. This stuff is going bye-bye. We'll probably pick some different winners. They might not all go to the same person. We'll pick some different people. Why not, right? Why just one person? Why not everybody? Why not more people? The more the merrier. Oh, but just wait. Some of the things I think I've got planned out for when we hit bigger subscriber numbers. Ooh, yeah. Anyway, sorry. I've been flopping my gums too long about this. You should come to my auction. It says aggressively relaxing. We are going to talk about how great we're selling it, what we're selling is, and then keep falling back in love with it and not selling it. Keep it going until people are mad. Yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah. The Baby Teeth cover is so sexy. Absolutely. Yeah. Is Baby Teeth written by the lead singer of the Talking Heads? Remind me of his name again. I can't remember. If his name is Donnie Cates, for sure. Yeah. Hey, I need a link for that store. Horizons, I think you call it, going to have them ship me the Bad Idea books monthly. I don't have a single one of them yet. Yeah, absolutely. And they have some there, like the ENIAC ones. They had issue 1 through 3 there, so they could get those to you right now as well. But it's Horizon Comics. You could probably look them up on Instagram. I follow them on there too. You'll soon, but very good stuff. Okay, so guys, let's get into the this WandaVision thing now. And Loki, I see not a whole lot of people put your predictions in for who you think it is. Who do you think it is? If you ever send me anything, as long as Vito gets his Lady D, I know. We'll get there. Yeah. He'll get that D. He'll get that D. Okay, guys. So, what do you think this little astral projection is coming down in WandaVision? Is it Doctor Strange? Or is it Doctor Strange? I've heard some people say that they thought it was Vision. You think it's Vision? Oh, oh man, I don't know. Look, you got to think about what was going on there at that lake house. What was going on there at that lake house? Wanda was hanging out. She had a couple different versions of herself. She was sitting there flipping through. She was sitting there flipping through the Darkhold. Now I've got to ask you something. I've got to ask you. I told you guys this clear back when WandaVision was airing weekly. Had my good friend Chillmonger on here with me every dang week. Every dang week. We were sitting here talking about it. And one thing I was talking about the whole time was read the Vision and Scarlet Witch series. Both of them. Go and read some of the tie-ins that they have to that. Go and read them. Go and read them. Did you read them? Did you? You can read all these things for, and no, I'm not sponsored by Marvel or anything. I doubt that would ever happen. That's for sure. But for $9.99 a month, you can go read an unlimited amount of books as long as it's on their servers. Go do it. Go read these series. The thing that's nice about it is because you can read those books and you can go through and track down and read all of the tie-ins. That's so neat. Yeah, all the little tie-ins. Yeah. So now tell me, I doubt that you actually went through and read them. You didn't listen to me like I told you you should. People don't like to listen to me. But if you go through and you look at the Vision and Scarlet Witch series, especially like, oh God, what was I think it was the first one. Was it the first one? The Scarlet Witch, she ends up getting, or Wanda, ends up getting the Darkhold given to her. She gets it given to her by Captain America, who got it while he was out fighting and he was in this. Anyway, he found the Druid Tome and gave it to Jarvis, who gave it to Wanda. Do you know who showed up and was kind of dealing with all that? The reason that she got the book? Who came alive and started trying to like run stuff and, you know, take things over? When she opened that Darkhold on All Hallows Eve? You don't? It was Sam Hain. Sam Hain was trapped inside of this book. Now, the Darkhold definitely has a lot to do with Cthulhu. There. Has a lot to do with Cthulhu. How it ended up in this castle. Was it Castle Greymore? I think it was Castle Greymore. Where Captain America was there fighting and hidden in one of its walls. I'm not sure how he found it. Maybe he was sitting there fighting and beat up the wall and there was a hole there and he found the Druid Tome. But it definitely had to do with Cthulhu. Cthulhu? Did I say that right this time, Will Morgan? Cthulhu? So, one could probably easily surmise that maybe that spirit we see coming down at the very end is quite possibly Wanda. Sam Hain coming back to haunt the world and take things over, as he just needed somebody powerful enough to take that book and open it up. Obviously, Agatha wasn't good enough. She wasn't, you know, Scarlet Witch. Let's also not forget that a Nexus event happened there, did it not? Was that not a Nexus event? I'm telling you. We got some crazy stuff coming. Let's get in here and see what you're saying. Jedi Genesis, Doctor Strange. All right. Talking Heads, David Byrne. Oh, okay. David Byrne. Oh, see, I knew Will Morgan would answer. I couldn't remember his name. All right. Yeah, as I'm saying, everybody's been talking about Doctor Strange too, it being Doctor Strange Jedi Gen. I think it could be. It could be a lot of people. But when I started thinking about it, like I was like, man, like thinking back to like the Vision and Scarlet Witch series and everything, like I really feel like it's Sam Hain. Sam Hain, and they could be. Look, they could be combining characters in the MCU like they do. That MCU mystery meat that I like to call it. They could be combining this character, Sam Hain, with another character all in one, and I think that that's possibly who shows up when she is there with the Druid tome, sitting there doing her enchantments and everything. I think part of that is her unlocking everything that's going on. And the interesting thing is, like, when that little thing comes down, I was sitting there waiting, like, ooh, when it kind of flashes by the window, I was like, is there a face or anything looking in the window? Because I'm a nerd. And I stopped and I paused it. I paused it and I paused it. Yeah, freaking nerds. So, anyway, that's what I think of that whole thing. I'm thinking that it's Sam Hain, which actually really has to do with Clulu. Did I say that right, Will Morgan? I think I said it right. I'm getting this. It has to do with all of that, which is all really has to do with all of this different stuff that's going on with like like we've seen on Lamentus, the planets, the incursions, the timelines, and everything colliding and everything chaos and all of that stuff. And if you think about it, the history repeats itself also, right? History kind of repeats itself in the same kind of way. It's like there's this Matrix thing going on here, right? It's like there's this whole Matrix thing going on here. And I really do feel like Owen Wilson is kind of in this Matrix phase. He's the Agent Smith and he wants to get out. And what's inside this head? I need what's inside this head. The code. Yeah. So anyway, I think it's all kind of intermingled here, and that's what's going on here with these shows. Now, I do think there's something. I think there's something larger at play here, along going in with the Falcon and Winter Soldier series. I think there's something. I believe there's a little bit going on here with that, with a lot of this stuff too. But I don't know. That's just what I think about that. Let's see. What are we saying? Let's see what everybody's saying. But Wanda didn't notice the Invisible Man. Right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Aggressively says, obviously it's Mephisto. Right. It was a magical food delivery service, right? It was DoorDash. They really made a dash for the door. Christopher Barker, thank you so much for being here. Says, just do it. Do I need to do it? Just do it. I can't even remember. I can't even remember the whole video. I need to get one of those anyway, yeah. Just maybe the WandaVision new ending is because of Loki's variant shenanigans. Even the shrubs have changed from what I now saw. Yeah. And again, I think, that was the next event. And where's the TVA then? Like, they made mention of like the Nexus, and like there was so much insinuated in that WandaVision series. Like, my man Will Morgan, man, his head was blowing up. And at this point, I feel like a lot of the stuff that he was talking about is coming true. It's coming true. Anyway, I read The Darkhold. 8 out of 10. The Sorcerer Supreme helped me understand it. Nikki, funny. Trinity is clueless how to say it. Yeah. Yes, you did. All right. I hope Loki gets to use a Mjolnir in this show. That would be pretty crazy. Wait, there's a new ending for WandaVision? Yeah, Christopher Barker, it's the end credit scene. The very end credit scene after the last episode. Remember that they go into that lake scene? There's like, I'm telling you, the stuff that's there is like stuff that only freaking nerds combing the interwebs for every little thing is gonna find this. Yeah. I think it's just a lens flare you don't see before because because the scene was too dark. I think it's just a lens element that appeared after they brightened up the scene. Quentin Lee, I gotta be honest with you, I thought the exact same thing. But then if you really go through and look at it, like, oh man, because it sticks through the woods. Like it goes from being white to almost black, and then it was really weird. And I don't like. I wish that would be it, but I kind of don't feel like it is. Otherwise, why that like? I don't know, man. I don't know. But you could be right. You could be right too, and you could be right. And they probably could have put that in there to throw all us nerds off. Throw all us nerds off. Cape looks like Doctor Strange. All right. All right. Well, and see, that's the thing. Go look at Sam Hain. Look up Sam Hain Marvel. Go look up Sam Hain. Like, he looks a lot like the character that we seen on the pendant on Agatha Harkness. It's because most people wouldn't know who Sam Hain was. Normies, that is. Yeah, right. Yeah, I was just saying I don't really know about. The only thing I know about Sam Hain is just what I've learned from the Vision and Scarlet Witch series when I read that. Like I didn't dig into the whole history of that character, but yeah, absolutely. So like believe me, I'm normie when it comes to a lot of stuff too. Been reading, just going through. But like the thing is, like the way you become not a normie, is just by reading the comics. Don't Wikipedia. Like, if you need to Wikipedia something, just go Wikipedia where the character first showed up, and maybe their appearances, and go from there. Just do the reading. Don't do the Cliff Notes. Don't do the Cliff Notes. And if you do the Cliff Notes and then you act like you're a professional, that makes you the normie. That's a no-no. But that's like why me, like me, I read the books and everything, like getting caught up, learning stuff as I go and everything, becoming. I'm telling you, Moon Knight, go grab that omnibus. Moon Knight's, anyway, but yeah, you're right, Jedi Jen, absolutely. I'm smoking some Sam Hain, crazy ass straight. Oh man, oh yeah, that's funny. BigStevieW, my man, what is up? How are you doing? He says, if it was a Vision or Strange, wouldn't there be a flowing cape? Really, after looking at it, I'm not sure it was purposeful. We'll know if they update it again. Yeah. Probably so. Reefer Man says, Quentin, how did that explain the trees surrounding the cabin changing? There's no lens for it. Yeah. Color correcting the scene. Yeah, absolutely, Quentin Lee. Yeah, and I hear that. Yeah, like Quentin Lee's. I think Quentin Lee's argument holds water too. Because when I first watched it, I thought the exact same thing too. I'm like, dude, that's probably just like when they're panning in, like the lens flare. I thought the exact same thing, and it very well could be. But it's interesting the way when you watch it, the motion in which it moves. Now, it does move in motion with the camera as well, so. But the only thing is like, yeah. But yeah, no, I completely hear you. It's going to be a great movie. There's nothing at all, and everybody is. So yeah, that's gonna be a great review. Yeah, nothing at all. Yeah. They did the color correction for that whole. Yeah, they did. Yeah. So we getting bonered again? I hope not. But if we are, I know somebody who's gonna be upset about that. Somebody who claims he don't like boners, but I'm not convinced. I think he does. I think he does like boners. He just don't want everybody to know it. In Marvel, it's Thor Dash. I'll see myself. I love it. Thor Dash. No, there you go. Thor Dash. People may be opening themselves up for another boner. Yeah, I mean, well, here's the thing is like, Quentin Lee, I'm okay with speculation. We can go speculation town, all that stuff. I'm not going to be disappointed because, like, while I want all this stuff to happen, I have fun just in the speculating itself. And not being too wrapped up in it and invested in my predictions that I set myself up to be like disappointed. I don't really give a shit. The boner thing for me, I wasn't disappointed in that. I think there's still more to come out of it, but I know some people definitely won't like my answer here, but. People wanted what's his nuts to come in and be the Fox X-Men. They wanted him to be Quicksilver, He's Evan Peters. He should be Quicksilver. Well, I mean, he did come in and play Quicksilver. Like, he did. I mean, it's kind of a boner move of a Quicksilver, yeah. But he did come in and play Quicksilver. That's what fans wanted. They wanted it, and he was Quicksilver. But yeah, no, I don't. But yeah, I'm okay with all the speculating. Mr. Me says I'm getting tattooed while watching. Nice. What are you getting tattooed, man? What are you getting on you? Steven Seafruit, thank you so much for being here. Never apologize for puns. Absolutely not. It was punny. It's a lens flare, and we all just get bonery. I know, right? I really wanted the TVAs to visit the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 7. I know, right? I know. Use those words on me once. Trinity, do it. When I said I was starting a channel, I'm glad I listened. Thanks again for that little nudge I needed. Yes, absolutely, man. Absolutely. I know. Yep. Corny. All good. Watched a few times. I don't know. I know. I feel the same way, Clint. I feel the same way about it. I feel the same way, though. Like I'm like, it does look like it could be somebody, but it looks like it could be, you know, it looks like it could be nobody, too. Yeah. Grubhub deliveries by Wolverine on a motorcycle. There you go. Wong Eats. There you go. I'm a normie in disguise. Sips coffee. Right? Moon Knight is insanely good. I know. I'm telling you, I've got this last step. I've got this last issue to get through. This last issue, and I'm done with the Moon Knight omnibus. Sitting right there. Dude, I need volume 2, man. I need volume 2. Hey, I could be wrong. I'm just sharing my thoughts. I'm not setting myself up for more boners. No, I hear you. This is exactly like watching people react to so-called paranormal evidence videos on YouTube, where it's either clearly faked or lens flare of some sort, and everyone freaks out like, what? Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, I don't think there's anything to it from what I saw. Oh, okay. Oh, you one of those people, huh, Reefer? Yeah, all right. Why don't you ABC your way out of here? I'm just kidding. Don't, please. Christopher Barker says, keep Fox X-Men out of the MCU. Yes. WandaVision creators are pissed at the Loki love and wants to boner us again out of spite. Oh, could be. It angers me we have the MCU Blu-rays. It angers me we don't have MCU Blu-rays. Oh, you don't have them? I've got them all. I've got MCU Blu-ray. Oh, you mean the shows? Like for the shows? Dude, they better put that out on Blu-ray or something. Spiteful boners, yeah. Okay, guys, so there's some other stuff that I want to talk about Loki, guys. Now, I want to know. Yeah, don't give us nerds. Oh! Guys, I want to know. Do you think that Loki is going to present us with more and have more meat and sustenance to it than WandaVision or Falcon and Winter Soldier had? Do you think there's any more significance to it? I mean, it seems like a lot of people are coming around, especially with all this stuff going on with WandaVision. Everybody's kind of like, ooh, this is the show that's going to save the MCU. It's going to take these other shows, it's going to tie them together, it's going to tie them into the next movie. It's going to be in this one, and Doctor Strange, and Spider-Man, and we got all this stuff, and it's all going to tie together, and it's all going to be cool. Do you think the Loki series is going to be all that? Do you think Loki actually has glorious purpose? I want to know. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. The thing is I don't know. I think it's presenting and setting up some very cool things for the future. I think WandaVision did that. I think Falcon and Winter Soldier did that as well. I think it set up some very cool things to build upon for the MCU. Now, are they like these sprawling epics TV shows that I'm like, oh my God, you can't miss these? I don't think so. But Kevin Feige originally, said that you'll want to watch these. That doesn't mean that you need to watch them. And I think he did say you need to watch them to get more context, but I think for the most part, any storyteller, when they're making a movie, is going to fill you in on the things that you need to know for the story. So, say Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Some of the stuff, any of the stuff that pertains from these series to that movie, they're going to talk about in the movie. And it's not like they're going to spend 10, 15, half hour. These shows are meant to be set up to where they could be like, oh yeah, something blah, 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 and mention it, kind of talk maybe a couple of lines about what happened in these shows really quick, and bam, and move on. So then somebody can either be like, oh, I heard about what happened in those shows, or oh, I watched those shows, and that's really about it. I think that's really all that's going on here is the setup. It's all the things like I was saying earlier, all the little conversations in the MCU. These are the times when we get all those things that drop all those little Easter eggs and all that, the stuff, the connective tissue for all of the different shows and all of the movies. You see that most of the movies in the MCU are good, except for the Avengers films, good standalone films. And they have little things in them that tie them to the other films, to the larger universe, while they still have their standalone films. And then they all come together in like the Avengers movies and stuff like that, you know. I think it's going to be just like that. I'm not sure that Loki's going to have much more to offer other than being probably maybe the final show to really set up a whole lot of cool things before we get our next movie, which the next movie is Spider-Man 3, if I'm not mistaken, and then Doctor Strange comes after that. It's setting up some really, really cool things. But I feel like by the time we get to the end of this, all three of these shows are going to have that same thing, that same sort of impact where they've just kind of set stuff up and not larger, these overall, you know, just big kind of things. But they are big productions and they're putting lots of money into these. And you can see it. You can see a lot of it. I mean, is it all, you know, like they put these movie budgets into them. Could they wow us a little more? I think they could. I think the first two episodes were definitely affected more by the pandemic here over the last year than this Loki series has. But I'm not sure that Loki is actually going to provide much more than that. Now, I do want to get into some other speculation and stuff as well. You know, everybody's talking about Loki, right? Lady Loki. And I was talking about this before. And I know the big talk of the town right now is everybody talking about, Loki's bisexual. He's gay. He likes men. He likes dudes and women. And yeah. But if you think about it, they were talking about people. Yeah. Anyway. Have you ever Nah. Discussion for another time, I guess. But the thing is here, we're talking about these variant Lokis here, right? We're talking about variant Loki. And they're hunting down this variant form of Loki. And we've got this female Loki. Everybody keeps calling her female Loki. Now we know it's Sophie. You know, supposedly Sophie has her own background and everything. Now I do know, just from the normie stuff that I do know about this, is that Loki actually created, in the comics, created Sophie. Created her out of, you know, like I said earlier, just, you know, small g. And he created Sophie. Now the thing is whether that's true or not, kind of really doesn't matter in this case because, you know, we in the MCU they do the mystery meat thing. But I was thinking, regardless, you know, people keep saying Lady Loki and all this different stuff. Regardless if she is a variant of Loki, she's Loki. Now, not only that, Loki's a trickster. How do we know that's not Loki? How do we know that's not actually Loki? Maybe shapeshifted. I mean, did I not see a scene in there where Owen Wilson was talking about different versions of Loki and stuff like that, and they were talking about his illusion projection and his being able to... You remember that conversation, right? Who's to say any of that has gone on? I mean, do you think it's possible that Loki's out there somewhere pulling the strings on all this? You know? Like, maybe that's actually him, just shapeshifted into a woman, or maybe he's just being a woman in this case. That little girl could easily be Loki. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? You know, I was watching this video. I was watching a video where they were talking about how Sophie reacted when they were talking, Loki and her were talking, and how she had memories of her parents and everything growing up. And, you know, I think the video I was watching, I don't think they were looking into her actions very good, like her body language, because Loki was showing the fireworks and everything, and she's looking at it like she was looking at it with fond heart, like she really missed it, those memories, and it looked like it actually really touched her. She was playing it off, trying to be cool, when really, deep down inside, she was in denial, and I think she wanted to cry. I think Loki's doing something. I think he's definitely pulling some trickery with everything that's going on right now. I think he probably was in a position where he was possibly caught, maybe in some trouble, but I do think that somewhere out of all of this, the Loki's probably actually maybe in charge of stuff, and he's actually pulling the strings of just about a lot of the stuff that's going on. And there's obviously somebody out there who's foiling all his plans. TVA, Timekeepers, Kang, I think. I don't know. That's just what I think. And why are we still like why did we have Rock's cart and we're talking about Rocks on here, are we not? Why is nobody talking about Dario Agger? Why is nobody? I don't know, maybe it's just me. Also, why is nobody else talking about, like, remember when they showed his little form and it said his time period or whatever was through 2099? Odd, isn't it? I think they went to like 2057, didn't they? I don't know. Some very interesting things going on in this show. Very interesting things going on in this show. I'm not sure that a lot of it is going to go on and mean anything, but I think a lot of it very, very well could. I think Loki really is at play here doing something. I do think that Owen Wilson is our antagonist of the series, while he is still, like I said, he's doing that Agent Smith thing to get out of the Matrix, to get out of the TVA. That's what I think. While there is still a bigger overarching villain overall, I think that Mobius is our. I think Mobius is our antagonist here of this series. Okay. Loki is setting the rules of the multiverse. Very glorious. Yes. They're not going to put the shows out on disc. What? There's nothing to save the MCU for. The MCU is just fine. Yeah. Hiddleston said it gets crazy starting in the next episode and surprised him. Huh. We'll see. It'd be great. I hope so. I think it is Star Wars from 1980s, Volume 1 of the Omnibus. I am issue 13 right now in the book, and Valance is about to debut. Nice. I think that the rest of Loki is just going to be a fun ride, and I'm not expecting it to have any greater weight or importance, but it may do what the other shows did and introduce ideas. Yeah. Should I see saying as I'm trying to type this. Yeah. I hear you. Yeah, I hear you, Steven. I hear you. You know what? Burn them to a DVD. You can screen cap those files, get them all nice and good and everything, and burn them to a disc. Yeah. I'm so furious I can't get Iron Man 3 on VHS. I hear you. I do. I hear you. Speaking of MCU, where is Mike Porter? I know, where is Mike Porter? I don't know, maybe he has a doctor's appointment. All I'm saying is I would love to add my YouTube videos after they've been posted too. Not fair, Disney. Not sure I can get you there, Will. Stephen Disney is afraid people will walk away from the streaming service if they make physical copies. Well, I mean that would be the same as the DVDs are already putting out. We recently saw a mid-season preview that shows she's younger Sylvie, but that's just saying that Loki can't shapeshift being a little girl. I mean that's what I'm saying is like in that thing it showed her as a little girl, but like And here's the thing: is like, here's the thing: is like, Loki is a shape-shifting, backstabbing, deceitful. Like he's like, look, you can't trust this dude. You can't trust this dude. I think he's definitely. I think he's definitely. Yeah. Yeah. I think it's Loki. I think he's playing games. Yeah. Plot is afoot, says Daniel Fisher. Thank you so much for being here. But yeah. Like I said, I seen that in the thing too, and like, yeah, like, I know it's like this suit that he's using, but like, they're all wearing basically like the same uniform that Loki is too at the same time. Yeah. This came back when I said Loki's going to hook up with female version of himself. It almost looked like it happened in the last episode. Yeah. But that was BS. I don't think anything we are seeing is real. I think he enchanted her last week, and the time iPad is. Oh yeah. Oh, Stevie. Yeah. I'm totally with you there. The little iPad thing. I don't think that's broken at all. Neither. No way. I don't think so. But because I thought that too. I was like, nah, he's messing with her. That thing's not broken, and she fell for it. But I was also thinking like, maybe he's not. Here's my other thing. If it's really not broken, my other thought is we've seen it in that mid-season trailer thing too. Is Owen Wilson's showing up to save their asses. Owen Wilson's going to show up to save them. He's going to show up to save them because he knows where they are. Not sure Rock's cart the same though. Well, right, but it's still Rock's cart. Like, I mean, you got to think that Rock's cart would be the like Amazon Fresh of Roxxon. Like, they own everything. They're like Amazon. That's what it would be. Is they've got the Roxxon Corporation. They got Rock's cart. They've probably got just all the different things. Anything you could think of. That's what they're doing. Like, because they're like by and large, you got these big mega stores that take everything over. That's what Roxxon would do. Is they would take everything. They would be Jeff Bezos. They would, they would be trying to take over all these markets, and I think that's where that would lead to, is because Rock's cart, I believe, comes from Roxxon. It would be a subsidiary, or they would be the mother company of. You get me? I'm sure you get me. I'm sure I don't need to go. I don't need to explain that, but yeah. Here goes Trinity with his comic book boners. Don't fall for it. Yes. I also think he faked the TemPad being broken. It's what he does. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's a deceitful back. Like look. And here's the other thing. Here's the other thing though too is, and that's the funny thing about this thing. Like Darth Vader with Loki. Like, dude, like this guy is a villain. And I know. I keep talking about who's the bad guy in this show. Who's the bad guy? Like, I get it. Loki's a bad guy. He's a villain. But I still think there's like like Thanos was the overarching bad guy, and you can still have the Luke Wilson in there, the short-term bad guy, like Loki was. Right? Yeah. You stop it, Nikki. I can't believe you said that. What if the TVA is just Kang, ensuring he comes to power in the future by making variants do his bidding? Oh yeah, absolutely, Will Morgan, absolutely, yeah. Absolutely. I mean, that's what would make sense. But yeah, absolutely. Wow. Wow. I just wanted a jet ski in Josta. Oh, man, that's funny. Actors say things, though, and it's usually to throw us off. Yeah. Sam is live right now, so maybe Mike. Oh, yeah. Mike. Yeah, he might be there. Yeah, he could be there. I wish you could change or add stuff to your YouTube videos after they are posted, but you cannot. Oh, okay. Yeah. You can edit stuff out. You can't add them in though. You have to post a whole new video if you have to update it. Disney's a bunch of right. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Jedi Jen says the pad was a fake out by Loki. Yeah, I feel the same way. I felt the same way about it too, and it was so funny too because like she just fell for it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she just fell for it. But that's the other thing about Loki is he's kind of gullible in that way, too. As much as he's like the trickster, he's kind of gullible himself, too. Yeah. How many fake outs can we have in a 6-episode show, though? Everyone is telling me so many things are being faked. Yeah, I mean, like what? Like, what else is being faked? What else is being faked? Like, I don't know. I mean, like, because that's the thing. Is like, Loki, that's what he does. That's like he's a trickster. He's Yeah. Are you excited for the Eternals and Shang-Chi? I don't really know much about the Eternals. Maybe I need to go buy the Eternals omnibus and read up and learn about them. I can't say that I'm excited about it, but I'm ready to see it. I'm ready to see it for sure. Yeah. And Shang-Chi, definitely want to see it. Pretty hyped to see it. But like I gotta admit, as much as love the MCU got me back into reading comic books and getting back and reading some of these omnibuses, like the Moon Knight omnibus. Getting ready to probably dig into the Black Widow one after that. Getting into some of these trades, like the original Avengers one, some of these different things. Reading them, like seeing these great stories, this great art, these wacky, zany stories that are fun and full of adventure and still have some very strong commentary in them. Like, they actually kind of make me lose my hype for the MCU. Like, they do. Because I'm reading these books, I'm like, dude, like, they can't make something this good and exciting. They just can't. They can't. They can get close and they can do a good job. But reading all this stuff is like, man. Because, like, reading that Moon Knight omnibus and then thinking about how they're going to mess all that up, man. Because there's some integral things to Moon Knight that I can guarantee you, like, I don't know, I've only read the old stuff, the original stuff. I haven't read, any of the newer stuff. But I feel like already there's some things very integral to this character that aren't going to be there, that aren't going to be present. Like, for one, I mean, is this Butler even going to be there? He's going to have multiple personalities. Will Marlene even be there? I really can't see a Marlene being there. I really cannot see a character like Marlene being in the MCU. I mean, like, if you think about her being somewhat like a Peggy Carter, but for Moon Knight, because she loves him and she is willing to put herself to great risk for him. That shit's not happening in the MCU. That shit's not happening in the MCU. But it kind of makes me lose some hype for those. For like reading some of the books, like the old stories, make me lose some of the hype for the MCU. I'm still hyped to see them though. I'm still can't wait. Like Black Widow, I'm ready to see it. I'm ready to see it. I think part of the other thing that too that's really lost some of the hype is the year off. The year off. I mean, like, building that hype up is gonna, But I also think that after Endgame, they had their work cut out for them to bring people back on board and build that hype back up. And I think they know it. That's the thing, is I think Kevin Feige knows that after Endgame, which I've talked about before here on the show, when they were marketing it, they said this is the culmination. And what is the culmination? It's the end. It's the end of an era. The culmination, it's done. They talked about that so much, they put it in people's heads. Many people were done after Endgame. And I think they partially did that too, because they know that after that, they need to bring the hype back down. The year off probably did them some good. And then they can slowly build it back up. Slowly build it back up. I think that's what they're doing. Will it get to be what it was previously? Will we hit another crescendo? Right before the finale? I don't know. Loki isn't actually a villain. He's an agent of chaos. Sometimes that means doing villainous stuff, and sometimes it doesn't. Being a villain would be too predictable for a god of... Yeah. Actually, yeah, I hear you. But the thing is, like, an agent of chaos, that doesn't make him a good guy. Right? It doesn't make him a good guy. And not that chaos is always bad. It can be good. Beautiful. As a matter of fact, as the great Bill Foster would say. Talking about the Posner molecules. Like Loki is faking not knowing how to fight, so she's getting his ass constantly whipped on purpose. Yeah. Well, and that's the other thing too. Like this whole show, I'm like, dude, like, what is this Loki? This isn't the Loki. This is not the Battle of New York Loki. It's not. It's not. The entire series is the fantasy in Owen Wilson's mind. Boom! Mic drop, I'm done, says Reefer Man. I like that. The judge is faking not knowing what's going on. The judge. Oh, yeah, for sure. Mm-hmm. I say just pick up Eternals by Jack Kirby. Complete collection. Yes, indeed. They've got the omnibus out there. There's an omnibus of it. And believe me, Christopher Barker, I almost did it. I almost pulled the trigger. I almost, well, like the credit card trigger. The credit card trigger. Yeah. Yeah. I'm down for anything Jack Kirby, says Reefer Man. Absolutely. Yeah. Currently says you're right. They won't be able to match the comics. Yeah, I know, and that's the unfortunate thing. And look, I know we all want them to, and they should be able to, but they can't. Like they can't. For a lot of reasons. But yeah. I wish they could though. I can already feel like I'm gonna be somewhat disappointed in Moon Knight, while I'm still hyped up at Moon Knight at the same time. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, Moon Knight. I'm sure it's gonna be good, but I'm still gonna be kind of like, oh man, still kind of dying inside a little bit. Kendall, what is up, my man? Hey, you on your other account, man? What's up? I just totally went to the peyote dialogue from Owen and Zoolander. Yeah, we was on Mount Vesuvius, and yeah, man, yeah, wasn't that right, Mount Vesuvius? Yeah, Kendall says I'm concerned about Moon Knight. Yeah, me too. Although Oscar Isaac gives me some hope. I like Oscar Isaac. He's good. Comic book movies are never like a comic. Yeah, no, they aren't. Yeah, I'm with you there on that, Christopher. Yeah, I'm totally with you there on that. But that doesn't mean that, like, but we all know they can get pretty close. They can get pretty close. They do pretty close a lot. They were doing a series on their Fox side of things. It could be rated R. Yeah, could be. Yeah, but it's on. Yeah, absolutely. Oscar Isaac can kill it, but how PG will they try and make it? Yeah, well, I don't know, man. Like in these shows, they've kind of pushed the envelope in these shows, right? I know everybody's talking about the Loki bisexual thing, and yeah, I mean, supposed like, right? Kids don't need to know about that shit, but also kids aren't aware of it. Kids don't really give a shit about it. The only way your kid's probably gonna notice that is if you talk about it. Your kid's probably something like, "What? What are they talking about there, Dad? What?" Anyway. But yeah, PG's gonna be hard, man. But like I said, they've really pushed the envelope in these because like some of the stuff, like some of the jokes they made in WandaVision, even what some of the stuff they did in Falcon and Winter Soldier, I'm like, yeah, they're pushing the envelope. I mean, in Avengers Endgame, Tony Stark cursed at a little girl. Hashtag the Stark Sham. You know, I think they could push the envelope pretty far with the rating on this one, considering some of the things we've seen it. Oh yeah, see, and then look, he goes and says too, yeah. I don't know about, yeah. Chillmonger says that the year off matched the gloom of the blip. Sorta, yeah, I can see that. But they could absolutely push the rating to be a hardcore PG-13 with a lot. Yeah. The show was just made to disrespect Loki's existence in every way. Yeah. And believe me, Nikki, we could go on about that. I'm sure we could go on about that. Because to me, this Loki we're getting, like Tom Hiddleston, this Loki we're getting, this is the silly, wacky, like this is the Loki from like Ragnarok. And who's to say that it's not? Yeah. Do you think the MCU Loki is better than comic Loki? I haven't really read. I don't really know. I haven't really read like a whole lot of stories with Loki in the comics, so I can't say that. The only thing I really did read was like that recent run by Daniel Kibblesmith, which it wasn't that good. But yeah, but like the thing is, like, yeah, they're definitely different characters. Yeah. Regarding the Eternals by Jack Kirby, just do it. Just do it. Just do it. I love it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Speaking of which, that's actually a reference to another Owen Wilson movie. Do it. Yeah. Do it. Yeah. Yeah, I do love Loki. Yeah, I know that. Yeah. He's definitely a different. That's not the 2012 Loki. Lottery Christopher Barker. I don't have. I think the MCU version of Loki is better than the comics at all. I have quite the collection of original Thor series. I love Loki from the. Yeah, absolutely. He's definitely. I'd say more sinister. I want to see knives go in bodies in Moon Knight. Yeah, right. Yeah, and those darts, those crescent-shaped darts. Yeah. Because like Moon Knight's actually a pretty damn violent comic book, man. It's pretty damn violent. I want to see. Let's see. I don't know why it says lottery at the beginning of the last comment. What in the world? Yeah. I don't know. It does that sometimes. Side note. Thoughts on the Supergirl suit in the Flash movie? Haven't seen it. I don't. Is there a Flash movie? Yeah, I don't know. I like at this point with DC and Warner Brothers, like I don't really give a shit. When the movie gets here, it'll get here, and we'll go watch it. That's about it. Like other than that, like I think they're like the little kid that you take to like the toy store. Like, oh, look at this! I got this toy. Ooh! I need this toy. Mom, Dad, I need the toy. The toy. Oh! Look! The toys! Look at the toys! Look! Oh, there's another one! Oh, what do I do with all these toys? Yeah. So I don't know. I haven't seen it. Is that the one everybody's talking about? The actor girl is that the one with the actor girl who they got the fake abs in there and everything, and they got like, is that the one? If that's the one you're talking about, I think it looked like, yeah, I don't know. Ragnarok Loki personality for 2012 Loki. Shaking my head. Yeah. Do it. Oh, do it now. Yeah. Oh man. I've seen Moon Knight. I read some comics. Yeah. Absolutely, man. I'm telling you, like, dude, Moon Knight's great, man. Moon Knight's legit. And I know a lot of people out there say he's like a ripoff or whatever or of Batman. I don't really feel that way. Although I could see why people would make that comparison. I don't think he's quite how would you say Batman status, or at least at this point. And also, I don't think Moon Knight needs prep time. He just goes out there, maybe he gets his ass handed to him and he gets beat up. Oh, man, it's 2012. Loki, he's just trying to play the TVA. He saw how he changed in the files and acting like that. It could be. Kendall. It could be. Because I know somebody else mentioned, like, oh, well, he's seen all the reels and everything of his former life. He's seen his mom die, he's seen Frigga die and all this stuff. And, like, he's all like, oh, my God. Like, in those moments, like, at the end of the first episode, he's like, and that changed him. I don't know. But I do see what you're saying though, Kendall. I see that where he's like sitting there like like Loki saying, "I'll pull a fast one on these sons of yeah." You see, everything is a fake out, Kendall. No. Or, I mean, no. Oh, sorry. I still get toys to this day. Absolutely. What's wrong with toys? I leave the room. I leave the room for 2 seconds to fill my coffee, and Trinity loses it. What in the world is going on? Yeah. She looks like Scuba Steve. Who looks like Scuba Steve? What did I miss? What? Scuba Steve? Who's Scuba Steve? What's Scuba Steve? Running back and forth like he was a zombie or something. What in the world? Oh, man. Yeah, the abs are weird, but I think the suit looks great overall. Okay, yeah. Fake out. Isn't Loki like 1,000 years old? I don't think we can judge if Loki is acting more like the redeemed Loki. You don't know Loki like that. I do know Loki like that. Don't tell me what I don't know. Got to like relaxing. Did Loki see and know who Hela was? Interesting question. Interesting question. We do have to know that he was like, and that's the thing. So like frost giants age at the same pace as Asgardians? We know that Thor and Loki were together since they were children. And we do know that Loki didn't know. We do know that Loki didn't know about, or that Thor didn't know about Hela. So I don't see why Loki would either. Yeah. Good question though. Good question. Supergirl looks like Scuba Steve. Oh, from Big Daddy. I don't remember. I'm gonna have to look that up. Scuba Steve from. All right. Also, I could make a better DCU than WB. I think a lot of people could. And I know a lot of people have all their faith in Zack Snyder. Like, oh, they should just restore the Snyderverse. And look, like the Snyderverse stuff is better than a lot of the stuff that the WB is probably going to be doing right now in the foreseeable future in the first place than Warner Brothers. But I still think they could get somebody way better to go make to open up a universe and make yeah. And no, not James Gunn. Not the Doom Patrol. No. Look for the Flash movie. Leave looking. I don't have any intention of watching the Flash movie, so my opinion is moot. Yeah, that's a lot of people like it, and it actually looks good. Maybe I'll see it. Yeah, if it looks good. And good news regarding movies, my local movie theater is actually open. Black Widow comes out next week. Yeah, I'm getting to. Yeah, I was gonna say I got tickets already. I already got my tickets ready to go. Yeah. You're speaking facts on Snyder. Yeah. And look, he's not terrible. There's just some things that he does I'm not really into. He's not terrible. He's not the worst. Like my biggest thing is like I haven't really actually seen, and believe me, I haven't seen all of his movies, but I haven't seen like a good female performance in one of his movies. An actor that actually went in and performed and was expected to perform good. I mean, Christ. We had Man of Steel, and you got old what's-her-name in there playing Lois Lane. She's freaking awesome. And, like, she was lame in that movie. Like, if it wasn't for her being a good actor, if they had somebody less, like, not as good of an actor, that would have been a disaster. That would have been a disaster. Totally. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Not like, hey, I'm not on the whole, F Warner Brothers thing, but hey, I'm not on the not F them either. You know what I mean? Like, I'm telling you that one thing. Look. If you play with fire, you're bound to get burned. We all know that Warner Brothers some sons of bitches. We all know it. You want to stick your ding-a-ling in that girl without wrapping your tool? You're going to be a fool? The one that sleeps with everybody? You know better. You know she gonna burn you. She burnt the homie, yo. That's Warner Brothers. Josh went into it unprotected. So did Zack Snyder. Bet you Zack Snyder probably even... Zack Snyder probably even did the Batman thing. And now he has to go see... I know, it's bad. I shouldn't even said that. What are you people doing? Okay. Killing Superman and Batman vs. Superman was a massive mistake. I honestly had no desire to see Black Widow. Then I thought that the theater was open near me. And then I saw that it was. I was like, heck yeah, absolutely. Zack has to be the most overrated director in the last 5 years. He's a martyr at this point. Yeah. I mean, like I said, he's He's okay. He's okay. Sir, he's better than some other directors. I'll tell you that much. I mean, yeah, he's not the worst. He's not bad, but you know, we all have places we could improve. Flash is going to do the same thing. Loki is making all the everything canon. Yeah, she's whack ass Lois Lane though. Yeah, I know, but still, some dishes. Yeah. Oh, that's why it's hard for me too. Yeah, nothing got the right. All right, guys. Now we've had far too fun. Dang, Chillmonger still? No theaters open? Dang, man. Are you gonna do the Chillmonger? Are you gonna do the Premiere Access thing? Are you gonna do Premiere Access? Are you gonna pay the $30 for it? Are you gonna pay the $30 for it? Because like one of the things I was doing, like I'm gonna pay the $30 for it too anyway. So like by the time I go see it at 5 p.m. on Thursday, I'll probably have seen it like 4 times by then. I'll probably have seen it 4 times by then. But I'm gonna go watch it at the theater too. But I was thinking maybe we could do a watch party on the Discord. No, I don't know. Yeah, but that sucks, man. But I will say at least Zach had a vision. But yeah, just wish. Yeah. Try to yeah. I hear you, Christopher Barker. Yeah. I can agree with that. I need a body bag. What? I'm gonna make a prediction about the Black Widow movie. Now the opening credits and music will make me cry. Uh-oh. Zach's vision was to make everyone violent and kill Superman all the time. Yeah. Premiere. Yeah. All right. I'm doing both. Yeah, me too, Kendall. I already got my tickets for the theater. Me and my homies are going, my kids. Yeah, not sure I want to do $30. I hear you. It's pretty expensive. The cool thing is, like, at least you get it, watch it over and over and over and over again, but just get a few friends, pitch in with you, have them come over, hang out, drink some beers, smoke some... Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. But anyway, guys, we're going to go ahead and bring it to an end here. I think, oh, man, we've been going for like 90 minutes already. Man, I can't believe we've been flapping my gums that long. You know what it is? It's that caffeine, bruh. I have talked so much shit about Snyder. The dude is a wonderful filmmaker. Probably better digested his YouTube videos, but brilliant! Oh, you're funny, man. You're funny. But guys, thank you all so much for being here today. Make sure, you know what? Let's do this. Let's do this before we go. Let's see if StreamBot's gonna work today. Let's check our top 10. Our top 10 people with Myrtle bit. But yeah, guys, make sure that if you are here, make sure that you like this video. Make sure that you share it out with a friend and invite them to come hang out with us here on the Second Street Marvel. If you like this channel, you like watching me flap my gums, and you would like to support the channel with more than just your watch time and your thumbs up and your shares, feel free to become a channel member if you'd like to support this channel with your hard-earned dollars and become one of the immortal Myrtle Maniacs. The money that we use for that goes to help crowdfund comic books. We are doing some giveaways for just channel members only, but we are also doing giveaways for people who are just here hanging out. All the Myrtle Maniacs get entered into these for being here on the live streams and hanging out. So thank you all so much for being here today. I hope you're all having a very good day. I hope you have a great rest of the week. Don't forget, guys, it's Monday. We got some new comic books getting ready to hit the shelves. Well, some new ones on DC Tuesday tomorrow, and then also definitely on New Comic Book Wednesday. You all have a very good day, and we'll see you in the next video. Later.